Hey Capricorn, welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be doing our June monthly reading. And if you can't already tell by my outfit, I am ready for summer. I'm ready to have a margarita in my hand and sit my booty in the beach because it's been a hell of a year. I am so exhausted. I'm sure you guys can relate to that sentiment, but let's go ahead and see what your guys have to say. Just remember, this is a general reading, so if it doesn't resonate, totally okay. Just leave it for those that need to hear it right now and come back for next month's reading. But let's see if your guys have anything new and exciting to tell you, something to look forward to, or something that helps you align in your life's journey. Let's just go ahead, jump right in. The visionary, awake. With an intuitive perspective, I see the bigger picture. So that's like the light at the crown chakra right there. And I think you guys are seeing things for what they really are right now. I think you guys are seeing the bigger picture. I think you guys are very intuitive. I agree with all these sentiments, by the way. But there is something that you've kind of come across right now in your life within, and if you haven't now, it's going to be in June, where things are coming to light. I think there's information that's coming in, things that you're like getting like the aha moment, like, okay, I get it now. I see. And that's helping you kind of make decisions, like big decisions, big life decisions, maybe for yourself, maybe for what your future can hold, maybe make some changes. So this is a reading of like what to do to kind of align ourselves. I see the bigger picture. Yeah. So we have the fox spirit, think on your feet. I think within this, seeing perspective and seeing the bigger picture, this is what's happening internally. Think on your feet. Whatever this bigger picture is, whatever you have discovered, whatever you have seen is kind of making you make moves pretty quickly. And I don't know, I'm getting like a mix of 50-50, and it could be just because you are feeling both, or it could be a mix of different people coming in, different Capricorns coming in, and their different situations. But I feel like you guys are needing to make some kind of decision for yourself pretty quickly. And so like thinking on your feet is like, oh, I got thrown this curveball, now I need to make a decision. So for a lot of you guys, I'm almost getting like it could be exciting, but it also gives me an energy of like almost panic. So it's like a 50-50, could be both, and it could be one or the other. So let's go ahead and see what your guys have to say within this. Yeah, I mean, there's so many people that are getting these cards. So that's quite interesting. Energy is very similar. So we have the star, which is renewed hope. So there's some information, like I said, that came in. We have the 6 of Wands and judgment. So I do get a sense of you kind of moving away for something pretty quickly. How do I show you this to you so you guys can see all of them? Hopefully you can see all 3 cards. So I don't know why I'm shaking. I guess I was holding that really weird. But yeah, so there is a renewed faith because I think you have to. I feel like you see like, okay, I see the big picture. Now internally it's like I'm making moves and I need to make some kind of like this makes me feel good. This is making me feel good. So I'm just going to go in that direction. So you do actually get a sense that you're actually moving. You're either moving locations, moving to a different home, maybe moving into a different situation, but there is movement. There is physical movement within what you're going on internally that you're making some kind of decision to do. And I think you're coming to terms with that. I think you're coming to terms with the knowledge that you've learned, whether you've learned it on your own and found that like within your own research, within your own feelings, within your own experience, or information that someone has fed you to help you make the decision. Something's coming in very, very quickly to make this shift and change, help you make this shift and change within your life. And what you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck, this is 9 of Swords, 9 of Pentacles, and the Knight of Swords. That makes a lot of sense. This is what you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck. And I'm seeing that like the Knight of Swords is a knight in shining armor. So it's coming like almost rescuing. So it's like and I think this is your energy. You're rescuing yourself. Whatever has kept you up at night, there's some kind of anxiety that like whatever this situation is, I'm keeping it broad because it's an internal feeling. Whatever the situation is has kept you up at night, has given you anxiety, and you're almost rescuing yourself from the situation. So you're moving past this stress. Again, think on your feet. You're making these decisions, and this decision is going to lead to you emotionally, internally having 9 of Pentacles energy, where it's like basking in your abundance, being at peace, being able to enjoy the fruits of your labor. living the life of luxury. And that doesn't have to mean like a materialistic thing, but like because you're at peace, like that is your luxury. But again, this is an internal thing that's happening in inside. So just know that like once you walk away and make this decision, the spur of a moment decision, it's only going to lead to beautiful things, and less stress and anxiety is something amazing to look forward to, because let me tell you, I can't anymore with that. So I can relate and I get it. And I love that that would be something that you can work towards, because it's there as long as you can make that decision. Because we all free will. We don't have to make a decision. We don't have to make a change. We can stay where we are, because I know there's a little bit of panic and fear within it. But I just want you to know that your guides have your back no matter what. And like maybe you don't make a move, but the next time around you do. And that's okay. That opportunity will always come. That's just how the universe works. So do get a sense this is a work thing. I feel like this is something tied to work, and maybe it's also tied to relationship. But right now, I pulled the work card, whether it be work, finances, passion, project, hobby. I have Epiphany. Yeah, you guys have, and look at how, I guess it's not really that similar, but kind of. I don't know. These cards look almost like the same energy, same vibe. Epiphany. I see the bigger picture. You know, there's a message here clearly for the work aspect, that you kind of see things for the way it is. And I just feel like you're not aligned. I feel like there's something like you want to make either moves between inside the work environment that you're in, or you just want to make a different change about what your career is. There's something within that for sure. So let's go ahead and see. Yep, that makes sense. So we have the Hierophant. We have the Two of Pentacles in reverse, and then the Ace of Cups. So there's definitely something that's not balanced right now within the situation, and I think you know that. The Epiphany is there. I see you trying to learn, whether it is networking through people. I feel like you're trying to learn about something that you are more passionate about, or learn about opportunities in your, company or a different company. There's an opportunity for doing that and kind of taking that in. And there is an opportunity coming in that will be more emotion, is divinely given, that is going to be more emotionally fulfilling, filling your cups. Did I already say this? Ace of Cups, Two of Pentacles in reverse, a Hierophant. Sorry if I didn't. I don't know. I'm going a mile a minute. I'm getting messages. I got to keep the ball rolling. But yeah, so there is a whole epiphany about this work thing. And I just see you trying to move on. The think on your feet feels very strongly even within this reading. I think that you're trying to make the moves pretty quickly here. We have the Four of Cups, that Hermit, and the Two of Swords. So this is what you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck. I'm almost getting like boredom within this work or something situation. And if it's almost like you're trying to go within, I don't see it coming at the bottom of the deck, because I don't see you making actual moves this month. I see you guys kind of going within. I see you guys getting the Hermit energy. I see you guys really bored within this situation. There's something about boredom within this work, within this hobby, whatever this like place where it makes the most sense. And I see you almost being at a crossroads. I feel like you guys are really afraid to make the move within this. And that's going to be everyone's free will at the end of the day, what they're going to try to do, what they want to do. But I don't see any actual movements, but the epiphany is there. So the knowledge and the change that you feel like you want will end up being maybe in July, but it depends on what it is that you plan on doing within this month. And I think you need to make some sort of decision within this month. But I feel like you will end up being stuck. So maybe this is an opportunity for you to hear this message and be like, okay, let me work on that, because I don't want to be in this place of boredom. I don't want to be unhappy because I'm not getting a happy energy. Whatever situation you are, and whatever information you are learning and seeing the bigger picture of life. Maybe you're having like an existential crisis and you're trying to figure out what you're doing with yourself, who you are as a person. And with the Hermit, I feel you doing that and trying to figure it out. So this isn't the month where anything will happen within the career stuff, but the Epiphany is 100% there, and you know something. Like, you know what is in a line, what you want and don't want. So at least that's there. And so now you can kind of like figure that out this month. So that's a positive. I'll take that. I'll take that for you guys. So let's go ahead into the relationship aspect of things. Oh, I don't like that. That doesn't feel right. That doesn't jive with me. Okay. Creating heaven on earth. It's happening. This is very energetically aligned. Yeah, so for a lot of you guys who are in a relationship, I think I've said this for every reading so far, I don't see that this is going to be your reading. For those of you who are in a relationship, I think if you are, it's almost like you guys are building to the next phase of your future. I see you guys kind of taking next steps, and like, again, this is like the world that you want to create. This is the heaven on earth for you. And I think you and your partner get to do that and plan for the next phase. So this isn't really necessarily a reading for you. This is more of a reading for those of you guys who are single or are dating around or in situationships. I feel like this is the aha moment for you, and I think you're gonna stop playing around and messing around is what I'm getting. I'm getting a sense of like, this is serious. You want something serious. You want that vision. Again, visionary and creating heaven on earth. It's happening. So I think there's also an energy for people who are in a situationship, who are like a few months into dating, that they want that next phase. This is the reading for you guys. This is the reading of your guys kind of telling you that it is happening. There is something in play here of like you seeing the bigger picture and having the conversations. I feel like there are conversations, that are being had right now. That's interesting because that came out twice, so this is all related. So I see that there's information that's coming through, and I think you do have to think on your feet within this. So maybe I feel like, oh, this is so interesting. Yeah. Before I say this, let me just tell you. So we have the Knight of Cups, Justice, and the King of Wands. Oh boy. So I feel like a lot of you guys are actually talking to someone currently. I feel like there's an energy of someone that is really passionate, fiery, but stable. And there is like a sense of someone being very emotional. It feels like it's almost like everything that you wanted. And there's balance within this. The Justice is showing me balance. There's like what was wrong is made right. There's something within this energy that you are currently in a relationship with somebody and you guys haven't really made it solid, or maybe it's like very fresh. Whatever the case may be, I think something solid is going to come through. I think there is going to be a conversation where you're going to solidify your relationship. I am getting like you guys having conversations about your future, which I feel like you may have even had, but now it's like a more serious conversation. And I think you guys are physically both seeing that. And it's like building this fire within you guys and within your relationship. So this is crazy. This is a really, really positive energy for me. Creating heaven on earth. It's happening. So whatever doubt that you would have about this relationship, know that it's happening. And I feel like you are right now, like you see the bigger picture of what this could be with this person, and it's time to lock it in. I think that either you're going to ask them out or they're going to ask you out, and you guys have to make that decision. That's what the thinking on your feet is. So what you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck is we have the Nine of Swords in reverse, the Three of Wands, and the Four of Swords. I don't know why I have a hard time like figuring out what any of these were. That's funny. So I have a sense that there has been a period of time where you did have anxiety, and maybe you had anxiety because you weren't sure about the situation, or maybe you just had really bad experiences in your past that have kept you up awake. But this is like something refreshing and new, something that you don't have to worry about. And I see that person is giving you the ability to kind of take a break and rest from any of the pain. And I'm getting a feeling that there is 100% plans for the future. The Three of Wands being there. You guys are planning for the future. There's are conversations that if you haven't had them now, you will have them soon. And so, whatever situation you're in, if you have any doubts, I want to clarify that you don't need them. I think this is a solid thing. And I think if you want to have the first conversation, I absolutely think that you should just go for it, because this is, you already know what you want. You know what you want. And I'm also seeing that this person also does, seeing the conversations that you have or will have soon. So I love this for you guys. I'm excited for your July reading. I think there's a lot of moving pieces, a lot of momentum, things that like you can make a change and make it better for your own future. Definitely like and subscribe so you don't miss another one of these if it resonated for sure. And just leave a comment, because this will bring the community together and you guys can kind of, as a collective, bring and raise your vibration so you can kind of move on to the next phase of your life and work on it together. So, thank you guys again for coming back, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.